Dispensaries are not a legal form to be involved in medical marijuana, yet we keep using that word. I think all of us that are involved in this are legal nonprofit corporations set up for to be a proper legal collective. So if we could not use a dispensary, I don't think there's any dispensaries anymore in Fresno. I think all legal nonprofit collective. A couple of questions came up, and one was, why are we involved in medical marijuana? I think we all know the Compassionate Use Act of 1996 was voted in by the majority of Californians. It wasn't that you and I made this up, it was the majority of Californians thought it was a value. The other thing is that Eric Holden from President Obama's administration was the one who came out about a year and a half ago and said they're going to not worry about states that have medical marijuana laws. That was kind of what helped fuel some of the increased businesses that have opened up, knowing what the federal government's slant on that was. Just a question, does anybody know how much the State Board of Equalization received in sales tax from medical marijuana collectives last year? $1 million, $2 million? Would you be surprised to hear there was $100 million collected last year? Isn't that significant? How much has been collected in Fresno County last year? I think we need to look at both sides. If we have increased expenses, which is a question, do we have increased revenue to offset that? I know, for instance, in our collective, as a nonprofit corporation, even though they may use the word donation, sales are taking place and there is still tax being collected. Even though we're nonprofit, we still pay state and federal income tax, all the typical employee taxes are part of that. Basically, it's a C corporation, you might say, with the California designation of a mutual benefit nonprofit. You might be familiar as well with that I'm a veteran, and the Veteran Association came out a couple months ago and said that any veteran using marijuana in states that allow medical marijuana, they don't have a problem with. What they've seen is their tests have indicated that marijuana is a major benefit to the veterans, and they think it's a good thing. Do you think that if it was really not real, it was a sham, that the state government, the federal government would say it's okay? I think that is significant. A couple of months ago as well, the Canadian Medical Journal published their clinical trial study that conclusively shows that medical marijuana is effective in chronic pain more than any pharmaceuticals on the market. Undeniable again that there's benefits there, it's not hearsay. Yes, there are pharmaceuticals available. I remember as a kid, I don't really know of anybody who took a daily prescription. I think the pharmaceuticals have done a good job. How many people take a daily drug right now? I know I take a daily prescription. A lot of us do. I think the pharmaceuticals are winning, convincing us that we all need drugs all the time. If there's God-natural remedies available, why wouldn't we use those? Speaking of money, if money is being made off illegal marijuana activities, pharmaceuticals making billions of dollars. They control commerce, they control everything. Major money there, so is that okay for them to make all this money off of us when, again, there's other remedies available? I think one of the problems we have is lack of regulations. If people do not know what the rules are, how can they follow them? I admit there's abuse in every system in the world. We all know of doctors, attorneys, everybody abusing the system. Why? I can't tell you why. I think part of what we need to do with the regulations say, here's how to operate a proper business. Let's do checks and balances. Are there good corporations that have a business license? Do they have employees? Are they doing everything right? We can't say they're not if we don't know. You might know as well that that Governor Schwarzenegger decriminalized marijuana for the public about a month and a half ago. It is no longer a misdemeanor, it is now an infraction. Basically, you pay a fine, there's nothing to it. So if we're going to say these medical marijuana patients are legal, they have a right to this medicine, but don't get it here in Fresno, where do they go? Back to the streets, which they don't want to do. We don't want them to. We want the sales tax. We want the money. Thank you.